You can't fix her. Trust me, you can't. However, as much as a maniac Camellya is with her start for battle, you can actually make her way more broken than she already is.
Entertain me!
And I know that is very hard to believe, but that is exactly why I spent the last 24 hours creating the best Havoc Camellya, so I can show you guys that you can break her even more. So this video obviously needs our star resonator Camellya, so the first step is actually obtaining her. Thankfully, I already lost my 50-50 to Shorekeeper, although I don't think thankfully is the right word to use there, because I really don't got Verena either, so my account might as well be bricked, or it probably is, and I think we should just end the video right there. Anyone want my account? Alright, so after using all my asteroid, I managed to get Camellya, which is perfect because I'm the type of dude who saved up all my Afterglow curl because I know I can fix her. So if I invest all my Afterglow curl, she will get fixed. Oh my god, this is one of the best S1s I have ever seen. Casting Camellya's intro skill, Ever Blooming, increases her crit damage by 28% for a total of 18 seconds. This effect can be triggered once every 25 seconds since she's immune to interruptions when casting Ephemeral. This is a must-have for Camellya. Now, I haven't played Wuthering Waves in a while since, you know, Yin Lin came out. However, if I grind hard enough, I can try to go for the 50-50 and go for Sequence 2 Camellya, which will basically increase her resonance skill by 120%. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really want that as a newly established Camellya main. And I know what you're thinking, I am not a simp. So now, the only thing that's left is the weapon. However, I am almost out of astrite, and I hate scrapping single summons for the weapon banner, but I alone am the chosen one, because this is what happened.
Oh! What? What? Yo! What? Yo!
Off a single is crazy.
Congratulations. Let's go! Let's go!
Oh yeah, we definitely got the weapon. Off a single pull too. I'm him. I guess I don't know what to say. The Gotcha Gods had to make up for something considering the fact they forced me to lose Shorekeeper. So they gave me Camellya in one sweep, and that is what I like to see. So overall, we got a pretty good thing going for us. Considering we got Sequence 1 Camellya with her rank 1 weapon, and I really hate to say this, but having Camellya without her weapon is taking the pencils away from the drawing artist. Like, I just don't see this happening. Apparently her weapon Red Spring gives her a passive attack buff, and when she deals basic attack damage, she gains a 10% attack damage bonus for 14 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Not only that, but when you spend your Concerto, she gains 40% basic damage bonus for 10 seconds. And I'm not a math teacher or anything, but if you do the math there, you can gain up to 70% attack damage bonus. So yeah, I definitely couldn't live without her weapon. I will say for a while, grinding to make my Camellya as good as possible, I kind of realized something. She quite literally has different modes. She has her standard mode, which you can tell she's in when her hair is her base state color of white. When you hit Camellya's resonance skill, it suspends her in vines, leaving your mobility nerfed but able to do more damage. This is what we like to call Blossom mode. However, with Camellya's slow movement, she's still able to dodge and deals way more damage than her base state, which is kind of strange to get used to at first, but honestly really cool at the same time. When Camellya's Concerto bar is full, she can pretty much deal an AoE blast, blowing up all the enemies around her, or what people like to call a nuke. I love this specifically because it will be good for endgame content like Tower of Adversity, or just everyday farming with her is just really easy and fun at the same time. This also is called Ephemeral, by the way, which we mentioned earlier in this video. When doing this while consuming Concerto, this will put Camellya in her third and final state called Budding mode. Budding mode is exactly like Blossom mode, except she deals a lot more damage and her Beyblade technique becomes way more deadlier. Then lastly, we have Camellya's Resonance Liberation, which deals big AoE damage in the most aesthetic way. Also, fun fact, Camellya's ultimate looks different depending on which mode you are in. Hero Games is always going a mile further, giving Camellya the extra effort in her aesthetic. Overall, summon her because she's cool, she's aesthetic, and she's kind of crazy, and I'm not being biased, promise. So we are going to need to build Camellya as fast as possible. Thankfully, I haven't really used any of my materials at all since I've been waiting for Camellya, so I could absolutely go crazy with her build. At least, I hope so. So I didn't really have to go out of my way to farm all of the Nova Flower to ascend my Camellya. However, I did need to get topological confinement. Yeah, however you say that and whatever that is. All I know is that this boss drops it, and that is good enough for me. Now, there is one problem that I ran into that I didn't take into consideration. I haven't played Wuthering Waves in a little bit since I took a break, which means my union level is capped, and now my poor Camellya won't reach her untapped potential. This really sucks. Nah, we are still going to build the best level 70 Camellya for now, and we will make up for it when we farm echoes and get those good rolls. As for my Red Spring, thankfully I have most of the materials pre-farmed because like I said before, I haven't really built many of my characters nor invested much into this game. So for the most part, that was pretty easy. I am totally not thinking about having my bank call me because I want to rush Camellya C2 on an overcharge or anything like that, or maybe just another duplicate of Camellya's weapon should suffice. I did after a while have to go to the forgery challenge to grind some more and make sure I fully enhance the weapon. Now, I almost forgot one of the most important things to actually deal some great damage. You know, basic 101 character building. I cannot forget about the skills. The thing is, I got too wrapped up in grinding this boss that I totally forgot how much stronger my Camellya Camellya can actually become if I actually focus on the other things that mattered, like her freaking skills. Anyways, I mean, I was gonna pull for Camellya no matter what, but nobody, and I mean nobody, told me I was gonna be playing Beyblade except with a waifu. Also, the amount of AoE Camelia's kit has is absolutely crazy. Just look at this. So I'm gonna honestly have to say upgrading your skills is going to be the most important part for that burst damage. And let me just say, after leveling up the skills, things started to ramp up a bit. I was honestly really dreading having to do the echoes, but then I remembered how much weight plates I got because I saved all my materials for the specific update when Camellya came out. I decided I was gonna do this when I first met Camellya and day 1 of Wuthering Waves. Man, I love this game, but sometimes grinding echoes can be a total nightmare. I used all my weight plates and extra materials I had to make sure that I can properly build Camellya, or at least that's what I hoped for. But getting into it, I spent maybe around 2 hours grinding the task field and doing some echo rolls. A lot of the RNG I was getting was pretty mid, not gonna lie. As you can tell from the echoes I am currently getting, most of these aren't exactly what I wanted for my Camellya build. For my 3 costs, I was mainly looking for havoc damage and attack percentage, but I was not getting the RNG I needed to actually obtain this. It started honestly taking a mental drain on me, but it was for Camellya, so I kept going. Again, I'm not a simp. Then I ended up with a couple of havoc damage and attack percentage 3 costs, which I was pretty happy about. I was also looking for attack percentage 1 cost echoes with attack and HP. These were the ideal main stat echoes that I wanted to try to build off before I decided to go for my 4 cost echo. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated because now I'm stuck in the RNG mode. Thankfully, thanks to Camellya's AoE demon of a kit, it wasn't torturous to obtain the echoes I needed with the correct main stats, but now I'm stuck rolling the dice to see if I can pull off the decent substats or what every gacha player dreams when building their favorite characters, a god roll. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I just really winged it and did not even carefully pull on these substats. I just wanted to rip off the band-aid instead of carefully doing them one by one. I guess we can call that living life on the edge. After a while, when I was getting bad rolls, I decided to start building an energy battery Camellya, like literally. I wanted to see my resonance skill every 2 seconds. This only ended up happening because of the sole fact that I kept getting bad rolls, so now I wanted to have a nuking Camellya. So 1 out of my 3 cost echoes on her ended up with a main stat energy regen and substats with crit rate and crit damage. Don't ask me how it happened, it just did. I honestly think out of all my echoes, this specific 1 cost echo I got was very good. This echo, in my opinion, I ain't gonna get anything better, not even on Christmas. Now it's finally time to grind my 4 cost echo, and I am choosing Dreamless because I like the mobility. One of my favorite echoes in this game, not gonna lie. So ideally I wanted to get a good crit main stat piece, but of course we all have wants and needs. And I ended up only getting a good crit damage piece with some good substats. Now this is pretty alright piece for now. I will look forward to changing it down the road. Now ultimately you kind of want to have energy regeneration, crit rate, crit damage mainly when building Camellya, as of course she is a bursting bubble of Beyblade swinging, you know what I mean. I feel like these are the most important stats that you should be building off of because it's pretty much what her kit requires. Then some decent other substats are attack percentage, basic attack damage percentage, and like flat attack, I guess. Okay, so this is our build so far. It could be better, but listen, building characters to their full potential takes time, and I'm okay with this for now. All right, so low-key, I don't even want to talk about the teams that I'd be rocking with my Camellya. Why? Well, I don't got Shorekeeper, and my idiot self decided, yeah, man, I don't need Verena, and we had 2 free 5-star resonator selectors, so I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even know why I thought it'd be a good idea to not guarantee myself a good support character. It was pretty foolish. But yeah, I recommend using Sanhua C6, which I apparently have, and I didn't know for some reason. And I should probably build her because that is one of Camellya's best support hybrid units for her. I might make another video like this if this video does good about building my C6 Sanhua, which would be a good video to do. And I really wouldn't mind doing it. Now, it is very important for you guys to understand this because I talked about this while I was playing Zenless Zone Zero, making a video on it. And this kind of applies to all gacha games. It may be great to have a 5-star character, but sometimes the 4-star characters on specific team comps work way better. Like for example, I have this lovely Yin 5-star, but she is sequence node 0. So ultimately, overall, it would be better to use my sequence 6 Sanhua, mainly because she provides way more benefits to my team with Camellya than Yinlin would. And because Camellya is my main DPS character, Sanhua's specific abilities help boost her attack damage and just her overall damage in general. So ultimately, overall, what I'm trying to say is a very important tip to remember that sometimes it is better to field a 4-star character than it is a 5-star character. Just make different teams at that point, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it. However, I cannot show you guys a good example of a good team because like I mentioned before, I don't have Shorekeeper or Verena because of my foolish mistakes when starting this game because I try to build DPS characters overall. Which another tip, if you don't focus on support characters, you can hinder your team's overall damage, so make sure you do that. Don't repeat my mistakes. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please smash that subscribe button down below so you can find your way back to my channel. And if you want to see more Wuthering Waves content, comment down below your thoughts and also drop me a like. That's it for now, guys. Peace out.